Okay, I want to share to you about how to make curve plane commercial building in SketchUp. First of all, we have to make the plan. Maybe we can use this rotated rectangle with any dimension. For example, just like this and just like this. Okay, for the height of this side is around 13 meter, and this is about the 16 meter, and this is about the 27 meter. Now we can using this 2-point arc. Then we can click from this position until this position. Okay, then we can type 64 as enter. Then we can click in this position. Okay, well, now we can erase some unnecessary line over there. Now we can push it up around 900 millimeter. Triple click and make group, and then we can make component, just create. Then you can select move, press Ctrl, and then place to this position. Then we can move it up around 3.6 meter from floor to floor, floor to ceiling. Then we can select move, press Ctrl, then place to this position. Okay, well, and then we can make maybe more story. Okay, this one. And then now we can set the column position. We can set the column position. We can using the rotated rectangle. We can set the dimension of column maybe around 800 and 900 millimeter for the height and depth of the every single column. But this is just for schematic. For the details and for the accurate dimension, you can discuss with your engineer, your structural engineer perfectly. Okay, then make group, then we can make component and create. Then we can push it up just a little bit, maybe around 4 meter. Okay, then we can place to this position. We can place to this position first, then we can select a move, press Ctrl, then we can type 8 meter, then we can type x3. Okay, then we can get this position. Then we can select all this column, and then we can select a move, press Ctrl, and then we can type 12 meter, or maybe just 10 meter. Okay, 10 meter, and then we can select a move, press Ctrl, and type 10 meter again, and x3, then enter. Okay, now we can move this one to the appropriate position. We can select move, press Ctrl, move in this position, maybe around 3.3 meter. Okay, well, now we can delete some unnecessary column. Maybe we can delete some unnecessary column. Then we can push it to the another position. Okay, maybe around 2 meter or 1.5 meter. Okay, then we can offset this curve to the outside around 1 meter. Okay, now we can click this one, and then we can delete some unnecessary line, and we can push it down. So this is my trick. This is my trick to design and adjust with the structural, so you can get the perfect shape of the building and you can get the perfect grid system of structural. Anyway, for the beam system, you can adjust by yourself. In this video, I concern for the column placement and configuration between the column placement and adjustment to the slab and building shape. Okay, then we can push it down for every single column. Okay, maybe just like this. Then let we make the disclaimer that this fourth column is about the stair area. So we can right click and make unique, then we can push it up around 4 meter. Okay, and then we can make the hole right there for the stair surfaces area. Okay, well, now we can draw the slab in here, then we can push it down around to 150 millimeter. Then we can triple click and make group. Then we can draw the wall with a rectangle, and then we can give the thickness around 150 millimeter. Triple click and make group. Then we can push it down until touch the floor in this top floor of this building. Then we can draw again the rectangle to make the wall over there. Okay, then we can push it to the back or to the front 150 millimeter. When triple click, right click and make group. So we can select move, press Control. We can press Control and then we can place to this position. Then we can click this one and we can duplicate. We can duplicate to another position. We can place to this position. Then now we can draw the floor of the maintenance access. Maybe we can draw this floor area in here, but then we can give the thickness around 300 millimeter. Then we can make it group, and then we can draw the small step for the small hallway in this area. Then we can draw the door with the standard height, maybe around 2.2 meter. Okay, then we can draw the door frame. Okay, then we can offset it inside around 40 millimeter. Then we can click this one and then push it to the back around 120 millimeter. We can make group. Then we can draw the rectangle to draw the door lift. Then we can type the door thickness around 40 millimeter. With movement, we can move this one in this position, and now we can make the slab or canopy in this area. Okay, this is a permanent canopy, and then we can make another wall. We can make another wall in this position. Then we can push it to the front around 120 millimeter and triple click, right click and make group. Then we can place to this position, this one. We can select and move, place to this position. Then we can push it to the front around 150 millimeter. We can triple click, right click and make group. Okay, well, now we can get the basic shape of this. We can get the basic shape of this building. Now we can draw the envelopes or window frame. Now we can draw the window frame. Okay, we can draw the rectangle with any size of the rectangle over there. Then we can push it down to this position, only. Then we can triple click, make group, and we can place to this position. Okay, well, now we can make component, just create. Okay, we can triple click this one, click this line, spline, and then we can Control C, copy and paste in place. Then we can copy a long pad with the plugin, with the G8S power bar plugin. We can click and enter. Okay, this is the distance between 2 meter. Okay, I will repeat for you. Okay, first of all, I have to make the metal material. I have to make the metal material with anodized aluminum. That okay, we can get this line, this curve line. Okay, I will copy and just paste in place. Okay, and I just weld edge. Okay, well, Now we can click this line, and we can click this copy along path. Then we can set the distance 2 meter, enter. Then we can click this object and enter. Okay, well, now we can get the result of this. Then we can set the material with the same materials. Then we can move to this position. Okay, well, now we can copy and rotate 90 degree, and we can click this position, adjust this position. Then we can select a move, press Ctrl, we can move, press Ctrl, place to this position. Then we can type 5/ and enter. Or maybe we can add more distance, we can decrease the distance so we can get the much vertical frame. So then we can type 8/. Okay, approximately just like this. And also we can move this one and press Ctrl, place to this position. Then we can type 6/. Okay, this one, so we can get the result of it. And now, okay, now we have to make the horizontal frame over there. So we can click this line, copy and paste in place, and we can click this one, copy and paste in place. Okay, then we can select all of the line. Then we can offset it outside in this position. Okay, then we can close the line. We can close the polyline, and then we can close the polyline. Well, now we can push it down with any size. Anyway, you have to discuss with your facade engineer specialist for it all. Okay, then we can select move. Then we can select move, press Ctrl, place to this position. We can select move, place to this position, and select move, place to this position. Then we can select a move, place to this position, and place to this position. Okay, well, now we can get the result of it. Then now we can make another glazing element. We can make the envelope. Okay, we can Ctrl C, paste in place. Then we can offset it outside around 20 millimeter. Then we can close the polyline again for making the glass, for making the window glass. Okay, then we can push it down. Okay, we have to push it down to this position. Then we can triple click, make group. So then we can make the glass and this one. Okay, well, now we can set the opacity, and we can set the texture. And we can set the darkness of that building. So this is the result of making this building. And then and of course we can make another element. We have to click this every single line. We have to click for every single line. Okay, well, or maybe just this one. Then we can click this triple line, 1, 2, 3. Then we can copy. Then we can paste in place. Then we can offset it inside until this position. Okay, we have to close this line first before making the barrier of this building. Okay, so we can offset it inside around 150 millimeter. So we can push it up around 1200 millimeter and triple click and make group. Okay, then we can make the another barrier over there. For example, just like this. Make group. Then we can make the another barrier also in this position. Okay, well, now we can triple click and make group. Okay, now we can offset it. We can offset this line inside in this position. Okay, then we can select the siding. Then we can place. Sorry, we have to make this unique first. So then we can place this deck. Anyway, and also we can make the another element. For example, we can make the landscape area over there. Okay, we can make the landscape area. Then we can select the grass. Okay, and then now we can set the fringe with a glazing. We can use this one. Okay, then we can set the opacity. Then we can set the color anyway in this position. Okay, and then we have to make the another glazing area. We have to make the another glazing area. You can click this line for every single line. You can select copy and paste in place. Okay, then we can offset it, and then we can offset it inside again, 20 millimeter for example. You can triple click, make group. Okay, then we can place. We can close this every single polyline over there. Okay, then we can see what the result. Then we can get the glazing area. Anyway, we can also move this column to this position. Okay. Okay, well, now we can make the another element by select this line. Then you can Control C and paste in place and offset it outside, maybe around this one. Okay. Then we can type 300 for example. Make group. Okay, then we can move it to the another position for this position. Okay, then we can push it up. Then you can offset it inside around 900. And then we can offset it inside again around 600. And offset it inside around 300. Okay, well, now we can offset again. In offset again around 900 and 600 and 300. Okay, well, now we can push it down around 170. Okay, push it down again 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 with the same value as before. Okay, I mean it was enough. Okay, just like this. Now we can select the concrete and this one. Okay, well, now we can set the another elements. We can set the secondary skin on this position with some variation, and then we can set the secondary skin in this position. Okay, with another variation also. Or maybe just like this. It's depend on the taste of your design anyway. Then we can set the concrete area on this position. Okay, then we can set the concrete in this area also. Okay, just like this. Thanks for watching, and I just want to make another element. We can make the silhouette people to make more representative image in this area. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope it will be a lot of benefit to all of you, and just wait for my next video. Thank you.